What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We back in the lab. You already know what time it is. I'm here at Dayton 24/7 Studios. Special thanks to Fox Dayton for letting us come through each and every week and do this powerful podcast that we're doing. S.E.Live365, another great week. I got some great guests on the show. And the one sitting to my right, this lady is a innovator and a one who thinks ahead for sure, and she decided to build something, and if you build it, they will come. The president of the Heart Dayton, we got Miss Darsheel in the building. How you feeling today?
Feeling good.
Good, glad to have you here. We know it was a journey for you to get here, but we're glad that you're here. How's life back in Dayton?
It's nice. Every time coming back to Dayton, it's a reminder of like why I love the energy of the city, and just the rawness and the real relationships. And it's nice.
No question. And you was in jungle mode. How are your feet feeling? Are you okay with your feet? Is everything
good?
Cool?
I'm feeling right at home.
Okay. The reason I'm saying that, special thanks to our sponsor, Richmond Foot and Ankle Clinic. Dr. Richmond is putting it down, and we thank her for sponsoring the show each and every week. Now, if you having any feet problem or ankle or leg issues, you can go to 1323 West 3rd Street, Dayton, Ohio, 228-3668. You make an appointment with Dr. Richmond, all right?
Thank you.
All right, there it is. Just making sure, you're doing a lot of walking and a lot of, hiking and stuff like that. So we've got to make sure that your feet are okay, all right? But let's get to another topic. You just had a big event, and let's talk about that a little bit with the Heart Dayton and some of the results. How did it go for you?
It was a great event. It was really powerful. It was our community open house. I think this is our third iteration of Heart Day, the third time we've done this event, where we've invited people from the community into the Heart Dayton to see what we've got going on there, to experience a taste of each of our offerings, to meet our leadership team, and to plug in. Oftentimes people are like, oh, how do I get connected and things? And so we decided to open the doors to the general public a couple times a year to invite people in for that.
That's awesome. Yeah, so I was it's nowhere to park. I'll just say that for sure. It was a packed house. The results, are you happy with the results of it?
Very much so, yeah, very much. It was like, not everybody there knew each other. Like, I knew almost everybody there, but not everyone knew each other, right? But we were still able to have people drop into like a deep heart-centered place with one another. Like, people shed tears, people were able to do like some deep breathing. People were dancing and laughing. And sometimes that's hard to get into that comfortability with people that you don't know.
Oh, no
so
question.
I think that's a testament, to the space that we're holding there.
Yeah, because, you walk into somewhere, you're like, I don't know what to start doing now. But then, if the energy's right, then, you'll dance or you'll move or you'll talk or you'll engage. And that's the thing about what you do, the engagement and the wellness and the health part of it. Now, talk about the different areas that you had that was available for people to come and check out.
Yeah, so we started off with myself. I'm a circle keeper. And so I bring people together in circles to reflect and to connect. And so we started off with like some icebreakers and some facilitated dialogue and some sharing in a circle format. And then we had a herbal tea making workshop. And we made our own tea blends.
You made your own tea?
We made our own tea blends with different herbs.
You gonna go ahead and trademark it and go ahead and put it out here in the streets, or what? What are we doing?
So it was a local farmer named Anita, and so she came in and she led the workshop, and she brought in her own herbs and taught us how to do it. And she called the tea blend that we made Heart Ease. To prevent heart disease. So we created the Heart Ease blend. Yeah, it was nice. It was real nice.
That's amazing, and I know it has to feel good. A lot of people are starting to recognize what you're doing with this and coming in, like jumping in. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels really nice. It feels nice. And then we had some breathing, breath work workshop and some restorative yoga. We had a drum circle. And then we had a little dance at the end.
Oh, a little dancing.
yeah.
I was getting to it.
I was making a post on social media yesterday, and I was just shouting out all of the people who were a part of the event, and it was 12 people who I listed on there, different healing practitioners and artists and educators who came together to offer things yesterday. And so, I think that's really the essence of what we're trying to do is, you can do events, you can do shows, you can teach classes as an educator, artist, or healer, but when you do it in community, it's a whole next thing. It's special when we can collaborate with each other and come together and build trust and support one another and do things that no one could do on their own.
Big. You see, you hear it right here. Somebody's creating something huge in the city, and the turnout was great. Now, this lady's on a journey now. We're going to get to that journey right now. She has this established in other countries. And we're going to let her tell you about Costa Rica and England and other places and how it's doing there.
Yeah, so about a year ago, I moved to Costa Rica, and I've been going back and forth for about 12 years. And I'm just building a home base for myself. Oftentimes we as people in the service industry, focus on everybody else and doing everything else to our own demise sometimes. And so my first goal is to just really honor myself through creating that foundation, like a retreat space for myself, essentially. And I know that as I'm building it, I can expand that and I can then offer that to others who might want to come down. So I'm looking forward to offering retreats to anybody who would like to come down to Costa Rica. Also building off of, so I see it as an expansion of the work of the Heart Dayton, and we're building a community around healing, around wellness, about reconnecting to ourselves and to the earth, to nature. And so Costa Rica is really it's a lot of untouched environment. It's a very pure land. And Costa Rica's tagline is Pura Vida, which means pure life. And so you really get to experience a natural lifestyle there. You get to eat fruit straight off the tree. And I live in the rainforest, so really wanting to invite people to experience that wildlife. And there's something that happens, when we as humans who are used to the city life get to really unplug and reconnect to that aspect of ourselves, the natural part of ourselves, and see that as really healing experience. Sometimes you sit in a circle and talk. Sometimes you just need to put your hands and your feet in the earth.
That's deep. That's deep. We all have our ways of relaxing and healing and getting better. So you got definitely some amazing views and opportunities in front of you. We're pleasure to have you on the show as well. The last question real quickly, women empowerment, what does it mean to you?
I think there's a lot of power that we all carry, regardless of gender, but specifically women. We have a lot of power. We have the power to bring life into this world, and we don't always tap into that, or sometimes we aren't taught about the power that we truly have. And so I'm really excited and feel blessed to be alive at this time where there's so much opportunities and support that women are giving ourselves and one another to tap into that power and realize that we have everything that we need inside of us, and we don't have to make ourselves small or conform to the pressures of as they say, a man's world. In order to be ourselves. And we don't have to fight with each other or with men. We can be whole and we can be connected with all. We're expansive, and that's our power.
That's deep. And that was beautifully said. And we appreciate you being on. And we're looking forward to finding out more about it. Social media, where can we find you at?
Yeah, you can find The Heart Dayton at The Heart Dayton on Facebook and _heart_Dayton on Instagram. And then you can find me at Darsheel Kaur, DARSHEEL KAUR on Instagram and Facebook as well. And my website is www.darsheelkaur.com.
Pleasure, honor to have you on. Did you make it to Central State Homecoming?
I did not, but I happened to be at West Social Tap when there was a gathering, and I did get down on the dance floor with some of the alumni.
With that being said, it's a pleasure to have you on. We hope to see you back once again in the springtime. We know you got to make some moves. With that being said, we're coming back with the Tiger. We got NFL, college, high school, so much more to talk about. S.E.Live365. Don't go away.
Did you know individuals with diabetes should see a podiatrist every year? Contact Richmond Foot and Ankle Clinic today to schedule your next appointment.
Diabetes Dayton is dedicated to the support of individuals living with diabetes. Services include a free diabetic supply pantry, emergency insulin program, free education classes, and much more. If you are living with diabetes or pre-diabetic, contact us today to see which services you qualify for. Until there's a cure, we help you live.
All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here at Think 24/7 Studios, S.E.Live365, the podcast, new season, and we got, we battling out here, man. We got to grind it out. It's week after week after week. You got to get it, and you got to be a fighter and a winner in this business. And so I decided to bring on one of the ultimate winners when it comes to this fighting and battling. We got Tony the Tiger in the building. Pleasure.
It's a pleasure,
Tiger.
It's good to see you again, my friend.
Yeah, no question, my friend. How is life treating you?
So far, so good. Can't complain.
We know that you're doing a lot of training right now, in battle, but you also have some exciting things on the horizon. But how you feeling physically, man? You all right?
I'm good. I never retired, so I'm always in shape because I'm looking for my next fight. People don't know. I never announced I was retired, but I'm looking for 2 or 3 bare knuckle fighting. So check me out.
Not bare knuckle. That is extreme. There's no playing out. No jokes out there.
Why not?
How's your ankles and your legs feeling, man?
Man, for a while it was I couldn't. You saw I couldn't walk. Because I was training. And I'm one of those rare coaches or trainers that I spar with my students. I'm not just telling them what to do. I'm there, and when we spar, we spar. We don't tap and this. No, we go all out. So we're fighting comes injuries, and it just goes hand in hand. But I'm good. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good.
If you ever have any problems, go to Richmond Foot and Ankle Clinic, 1323 West 3rd Street, 228-3668. Dr. Richmond will take care of you.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, no question about it. Thank you, Dr. Richmond, for sponsoring the show each and every week. We appreciate it. Right now, we got to talk high school real quick, and then we're going to get to some exciting news that you got going on. Now, it's week 9 of high school recap in the Miami Valley. We'll start with the GWOC real quickly. Springfield 30, Miamisburg 27. Huge win for the Cats. The reason it's huge, they now will be in the OHSA playoffs, and they're one of those teams that can make a deep run, even though they're 4-5. Miamisburg lost their quarterback. Hopefully he's okay. He went out late in the game, so we'll have to see what happens with them. But Miamisburg, Springfield with the big win. Centerville 21, Fairmont 6. Centerville is the GWOC champions. You know about being a champion, right?
Yes, I do.
And you know how that feels. Centerville ranked number 9 in the state, doing big things. A dominant display, undefeated in one of the top conferences in the state. Give them their props. 8-1. They got one more. They play Wayne this week, and we know how that game get down. Springboro 40, Wayne 8, the upset special. You know how them upset specials go, Tiger. Not the good if you're on the winning end, but when you lose those type of games, they're tough. Wayne falls out of the state rankings, but they are still in playoff mode. Northmont 45, Beaver Creek 7. With that win, Northmont moves to 6-3. 3 wins in a row, and they're kind of finding their wave right now. A very good team, trending upward as we head towards the playoffs. Now we go GCL, Baden 27, Chaminade 13. This was a tough loss for Chaminade, taking on the top team in Division 3 in the region. Just, they battled for a while, but Baden just too strong, and ultimately Special teams really doomed shining out as well. Ultra 21, Fenwick 0 with the win. Ultra moves to 6-3 in very good position. Playoff mode for the night for sure. Now going to the Miami Valley, it was a kind of it was a normal vibe. Xenia 43, Greenville 6. Xenia gets back on track after a 2-game losing streak. Sydney 21 picked with 17. Sydney pretty much secures a playoff berth. Troy 49, Fairborn 14. Troy, the top dogs in the MVL. And then Butler 42, West Carrollton 6. And then Tip 46, 7-0 in the Thursday Night Lights game of the week. So in that division, you got 3 teams sitting at 7-1, but Troy's got the 8-1 record, so they're at the top of the MVL. Now DPS is concerned. Dunbar solidifies their championship with a 52-0 win over Belmont. They are playoff bound, no question about it, and they're 6-3 on the season. They've won 4 out of their last 5 games. And then you got Thurgood 48, Ponitz nothing. Amari Lattimore going crazy once again, a front runner for Player of the Year in the city. And then Troutwood 35, Meadowdale nothing. The Rams doing it once again, shutting out another opponent as they stay top 10, top 11 in OHSA state football poll. Now that wraps up week 9, man. We got one more week, Tiger, before we got the playoffs. You know what it is? You get in the playoffs, right? Did you play football, Tiger?
No, never did. I was too small.
Too small.
I was too small growing up. I was not a big guy.
Okay, so that wasn't your thing. Now, Tiger, talk about now. Let people know what you have done in the fighting during your fighting career, because it's legendary. So give people a little bit of insight on what you've done over your career.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I started martial arts, at the age of 6, but by the age of 17, I started Taekwondo and got my black belt. 95, won the full contact championships. Retired that because in karate there's no money, So started doing kickboxing with Louis Bad Boy Ruiz, so 3-time world kickboxing champion. Won a belt under him. I was retired for a while. Came back. Michael Corleone was a kickboxing champion.
Michael Corleone.
Yeah, not a Godfather, but he is Italian. He's Italian, okay. And won another belt under him. Then I did International Kickboxing Association Championship, which is by elimination, which is very rare that there's fighting by elimination. One day I fought two guys, knocked both of them in the first round, and became the International Kickboxing Champion. And that was my last fight. And then after that, I retired to go to train the Team Hansel Gracie, which is everybody, even though I'm in the world, in jiu-jitsu world, you know who he is.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Renzo Gracie, man.
Hansel Gracie, Team Hansel Gracie. And that was 2005, 2006. And here I am training alongside with GSP, Frankie Edgar, Chris Wyman, Emerson Barbosa, who won the fight on the weekend. And so for almost 10 years, I was training with those guys. And in 2013, I decided to move to Ohio and became the first one to teach under Hansel Gracie here. And I've been all over. I've been in Toledo. I had a couple of schools there in Defiance. I was training the Marines there. And finally came to Dayton, I had the gym in Vandalia, Yeah. So I'm still active, but I never retire. So I'm looking for the next fight, believe it or not.
Looking to put them hands on somebody.
Because you would think after so many years fighting and training that you be done with.
Yeah.
And then one day you wake up and wait a minute, I still got a little fire in me. I'm not done with this. So
that's amazing, man. A lot of boxers, they do get to the middle age, and then it's like, all right, I still got it. Like Mayweather still fights. This guy's still out
even
here.
Though he's the demonstration, but he's still out there. It's still full contact.
Yeah,
still get knocked out, get hurt.
Who's higher right now, boxing or MMA?
Well, boxing pays more. Boxers get paid more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But MMA is worldwide.
Boxers get paid more than MMA?
For sure.
Wow.
You would think MMA be more dangerous because you get punch, kick, knee, elbow, takedown, submission. These guys will get paid more.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Boxers, even now, even though it's not as famous or as big as MMA, because MMA is everywhere, but the fighters will get paid more.
Boxers. So the biggest boxing fight is bigger than the biggest
Still.
MMA.
Still.
That's Dana White. I know he's still trying to hit that ladder, huh?
For years, there's always been a debate with the pay gap with MMA fighters and other sports, and it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed.
That's interesting, man. We're going to be back with more coverage here. We got the Tiger in the building. S.E.Live365. We're talking NFL, college, and more. Don't go away.
All right, wait. Support a good cause. Go Cats. Okay. Support the cause or whatever I feel like in the moment. All right, tell me when. Hi guys, I'm Lily.
I'm Alexis.
Come out to O'Connor's Tuesday nights for Wildcat Way TV show. Grab a drink.
Get some dinner.
Support the cause. Go Cats! Oh. All right. I feel like that was pretty good.
All right, what's up? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. S.E.Live365 podcast in your airwaves. Here with the Tiger. How we feeling, Tiger?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, man. Now, we know that you're working, you're doing your MMA, thing out in Vandalia. Talk about the place where you're doing it at. And
It's actually Eaglewood. I'm using a friend of mine, Virgil Carter. He owns the Jim Core Express Fitness Studio.
Okay.
And great area, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not really teaching like I used to. I'm just doing privates. So small group, nothing special.
Okay.
I got a good student, David Cardell, a coming fighter. Amateur is this Saturday will be the first fight, but he's been training with me for almost 8-9 months, and he's a beast.
He's one.
Young,
he could be
a
one.
beast. He's hungry. I never see nobody as disciplined as he is. I mean, he never, to this day, he never say no. A lot of people say, oh, no, that's too hard. I cannot do it. From day one, not once. He's amazing.
And he's a tight, as you start to train a little bit more, are you starting to get the itch to be a full-time trainer? But like you say, you still want to, knock
I'm
some people
trying. It just so happened that, he and Dayton, fighting's not really that big, so I'm trying to see other areas to see where I could start again a gym or whatever. But when I was in Toledo, I have people from Michigan coming down, to train with me, because just the name brings people in. So we'll see.
Is it bigger up north?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so
it is.
The farther north you go.
It is, whether it's with Toledo, Cleveland,
okay.
Michigan.
It's just
yes.
That's interesting.
Yes. Because then, remember, there's a difference between people wanting to practice and people wanting to fight. Right. So you want to get people above edge. You want people there. They want to train, but there's other people also they want to fight. They go to places where the fighting is big.
No question. Yeah, that's like you say, we don't see a lot of fights here. No. Like maybe one a year. I mean, if we're lucky.
Right.
So
there's schools, but not events or people that are actually training to possibly fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know a guy that played at West Carolina named Rashawn Champion. He's coming through the boxing circuit, and he's already had a few like people pull out a fight. So I know that's that's an interesting thing with boxing and with MMA is guys not being able to. But
happened to my student last show. He was fighting somebody bigger than him, with a couple more fights than him, and they pulled out because, like I was telling him, a lot of people here, they train, but they're not aspiring fighters. So when it comes to finally someone get picked in for an event, as the event gets closer, some of them get cold feet because it's like reality hits. Like it's one thing you're in the gym, you're sparring with your partners and your friends, you already know them.
Right.
They're not going all out, but then you're putting an event on and the pressure, just not only fighting somebody you don't know, but being there for a lot of people, that pressure breaks a lot of people. It's not easy to walk to that ring fresh, in front of people, in front of family, fighting an unknown fighter. So a lot of people do pull out because it's like, wait a minute, I'm training, but it's not really my thing.
Yeah, I thought I wanted to be a fighter. Then you get to the day before, like,
it's not for me.
My hamstring. You know what I mean? But it's a cold-blooded atmosphere. You know what I mean? So like, What's your advice, real quick, on aspiring fighters and boxers?
Well, there's a difference between training and you really want to fight. If you really want to fight and be a fighter, first of all, don't do it for the money. You know what I'm saying? Because 91% of the fighters will make good money out of the fighting. Fighting is one of those sports very selfish. If you do it for the money, don't do it for the money. Do it because you like it, and that will take you far.
Okay.
And yeah, and you have to be willing to sacrifice. Because fighting, again, it's not a team sport. It's like you get injured, number 2, number 3 kick in. Fighting is a very selfish sport. It will take you away from friends and family and your home. If you can, not willing to sacrifice to get the sport 110%, don't do it. Don't do it. If you're gonna be willing to, if you're willing to sacrifice and want to be the best boxer, kickboxer, MMA guy in the world, well, you know what? The sky's the limit. But don't do it unless you really want to do it.
Great advice, because if you don't want to do it,
because you will
take
get hurt.
some whoopings.
You will
you
will get hurt. I mean, it's a sport, but you will get hurt.
It's the most physical sport we got.
Yeah, you will get hurt, and if you break an arm, break a leg, whatever, maybe the injury is not worth it unless you really want to go through it.
That's deep. That's deep. No question about it. Now, Tiger, are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Ready for the high five? All right. Tiger's always ready. Knock somebody out. Let's knock this high five out real quick, Tiger. College football. You got Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State, Washington, Oklahoma. They're all undefeated. They're all top 6.
That's a big line.
Penn State 6-0 as well. Who you like in Michigan or Ohio State?
Ohio
State. Going with Ohio State.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ohio.
you just heard it. Darsheel, Ohio State? All right, That's Ohio State all the way around.
Yeah.
Warren Willie Alex, we know he's rocking with the Buckeyes. All right, now, Colorado's up. Did you hear about that game?
Yes.
What's the equivalent of that in a fight? That's like you almost knock somebody out in the first round.
Right.
And then they come back and beat you in the fifth round.
Yeah, well,
or like you knock them out.
Right.
That's what that's like.
That's what it is. It's like you're the underdog, and comes with a win. Not only the win with a knockout. That's like where that came from. Yeah.
That was is that the insane 29-0 lose that game?
Yeah.
The worst part though, Shedeur Sanders tweeting at half. You can't do that. That's not good.
Yeah, you can't.
Cannot do that. Central State homecoming. They had it was a big homecoming weekend for Central State, and it didn't go as good as we would like for it to go.
Nope.
But hey, it did. It went great. They knocked out Savannah State 21-10, and they're off the losing streak. Congratulations to the Marauders and the homecomings. Like Darsheel said, it was crazy. It was off the chain all over the place, sneaker ball, all type of stuff going down. But congratulations, Central State. Now, let's go ahead and go to NFL real quickly. Bengals get a much-needed win.
Yes.
Browns get a big win over the 49ers.
What an upset.
Who do you like? You got the Steelers. Who's the best team in that division? Bengals, Browns, Steelers, or the Ravens?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I mean, I like the Browns, so far. They're playing. They're playing.
Okay, you like the Browns.
They're playing real good. They're playing real good.
Least amount of points in the last 20 or 30 years. They are doing something only 2 other teams have ever done.
It seems like they're putting everything together so far.
All right, he's going with the Browns. Cowboys beat the Chargers.
Yep.
Are you a Cowboys fan?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you are a Cowboys fan.
I was rooting for them. Yeah.
All right, so good. That's nice to know. Are you a Giants or Jets fan?
Neither, but because I'm a Packer fan and everybody went with the Jets, and they're playing good too, so I like the Jets.
Are you a Yankees fan? We're going baseball.
Always, die hard. Born in the Bronx, I got to be.
Texas, Houston, and then on the other side, Philadelphia is taking on Arizona.
Philly,
and then who you got, Texas or Houston?
That's tough.
Dusty is with.
That's tough.
Dusty Baker's with Houston. Texas got both.
I like Houston. All
right. Last but not least, where can they find out more information on you, Tiger?
We could get on my social media platform, Anthony the Tiger Cruz. You could Google me. Everything goes in there. And that's it. I mean, I'm all over it. Just Google me, Anthony the Tiger Cruz. On my social media pops up.
We're looking forward to seeing what you have coming up in upcoming in the future here. We know you got a couple guys you're training.
Yes.
We know you still want to knock somebody's head off.
Yes.
And then we know you also are thinking about hosting events, so we'll talk about that at a later time.
With a host.
The host with the most. Speaking of the host with the most, special thanks to award-winning Alex for another great production here. Special thanks to Miss Darsheel, Kaur of the Heart Dayton for pulling up on us, and special thanks, my guy.
Thank you. Oh, it's a
It's a
pleasure.
pleasure.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Oh, my hands.
Oh, please.
Dude, don't hurt your boy. Make sure you check us out, S.E.Live365. Special thanks to Richmond Foot and Ankle Clinic from Dayton 24/7 Studios, from the Tiger, from Darsheel, from Mr. Cash. We up out of here. And they are just cannot put the ball in the basket. Behind the back, he puts it up. Oh! Oh!
Yeah. My beginnings was intense. Who'd have thought I'd go legit? For sure. Yeah. We coming blacker than Black Panther 2. Nobody this thorough, that's the truth. Never go against the family, that's something you don't do. Don't get Eddie Kane trying to sing your way back in the group. Nah, stars in the ceiling, got sun in the building, rep that 718. It's hard to depart from that.